The Hump Day Crew with Ginni and Bish, featuring everything you need to start a new day with your health and fitness expert, Chris Gregorio.
Morning, Ginni. There's a lot of muscle mass below the belt, actually.
Yes, thank you for saying.
Your relationship experts, Emma and Dennis Merkus.
Walked out of the restaurant at the end of the night and threw up on the footpath right in front of the door.
Quite the looker, not the conversationalist. I did quite well.
Maybe it was the same person I dated. Maybe she's turned straight now. She dated you going, I didn't like that talkative girl from Joy. I'm going to turn to men now.
And get some mind food with Natalie Zabor.
Laughter is very, very good for us. It relaxes the body and it boosts our immune system.
The Hump Day Crew.
Hello, I'm Persia and you're watching the Hump Day Crew.
So cute! Makes me want to cry. I just want to get my eyes and gouge them out. She's so sweet.
I know.
Persia White, I have to say, truly one of the most sweetest and inspirational people I've ever met.
Agree.
And Persia White's actually a new guest to the Hump Day Crew. We never actually met her before. And I just forgot to introduce myself. Hello, I'm Ginni.
And I'm Natalie.
And we're both from the Hump Day Crew. And we're telling you about our tour of America in 2011. And we stopped by to chat with Persia White. As I was saying before, Persia's a new guest to the Hump Day Crew. We've never had her on before until this trip. How did you meet her, Natalie? Because it was because of this lady we got that inspirational on board.
It was actually because of this thing here. It was because of this.
The iPhone.
The iPhone.
Not only good for apps, but good for meeting inspirational people.
Yes, exactly. Now, I went to LA last year, you know, and to Dinah Shore, and went to a party, a Jamie Foxx, Kobe Bryant private party.
Ooh.
It's very nice.
Lots of alcohol.
Lots of Patron. Yeah, for me, lots of floor.
Okay.
But
did you meet any gold diggers?
Yeah,
She take her money.
What not me?
Okay, so you were at a Kobe Bryant, Jamie Foxx party.
Yes.
Right.
And I don't really drink, but I was there with someone that was really egging me on to have a lot to drink because we were just getting them just given to us. You know, Patron after Patron. So I had a few, and last thing I remember, I was in the toilet, and then I'm doing this. I'm going, uh-oh, my phone. I walk out, and I'm just looking everywhere for my phone. We got into the car, and we drove off at like 3 in the morning, and my friend gets a phone call saying, hey, I've got your friend's phone. And so we drove back, and that's how I met Persia. Persia's friend found her phone, found my phone, gave it to Persia, and Persia was going through my messages to see who last messaged me, and called the last person, and was like, hello, I've got your friend's phone, and the girl on my friend on the other end was like, well, I can't do anything because she's in the States and you've got her phone.
Wow, so you met Persia because she found your phone, and out of the kindness of a stranger, she wanted to find who owned that phone, and she called your friend.
Call my friend.
I really like that, the effort that she went to just to return a phone.
Yes, found it in the toilet.
See, in the toilet.
In the toilet.
I think that sums up Persia White in one big scenario right there. We got the chance to go to her crib and interview her, which was awesome, and we drank brilliant tea. Brilliant.
Well, you did.
I did. You didn't. Here's Persia White. Check her out. Coming to America has really been a weird science. Maybe even another world for us. We've avoided the mafia, travelled to New York, hit Brooklyn South, and we stalled to score the number of an NYPD blue cop. Even though there was no spoken word between us, we wrote with red letters and swore to good behaviour. From the city that never sleeps to suddenly landing near Malibu shores, we're now in the burning zone of Operation Sandman, Warriors in Hell. Let's round up the blood dolls for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Everyday Joe, Frankie D, Malcolm and Eddie, and all those who love the Stevie Harvey Show, and head down to the Breaker High. If you want to kiss a bride, call upon the client for some blue chips, as you will be saved by the bell, the new class. Right now, we need the parenthood, perhaps even a guardian of Eden to take us through the fall of the night. She is an angel and definitely not clueless. It may be beyond belief, fact or fiction, that this introduction is actually unscripted. Let's all give a sister welcome to one of our girlfriends. Let's hope her posse isn't full of dysfunctional friends. Persia White, welcome to the Hump Day Crew.
I could tell that wasn't scripted.
No. I'm glad that you actually got it too, because we've had some guests who don't actually get it.
Not good. No.
It's like having tea with Persia White. I kind of like this.
Well, it's because you are.
Yes, right now I'm wearing the Persia White bangle, which is bound from the mountains of Swaziland. The three of us.
I invented it. It's my own original design. Circle.
The circle of Persia. It's only available in 3 sizes. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you did, you know, make this, because you actually wear a lot of hats. You're an actress, you're a musician, you're an activist. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a jewelry maker to it.
I do make stuff, but I mean, this is a pretty basic design. I can't
A lot of
claim
thought went into that.
Can't claim it as my own, but it's classic.
It is classic,
Yes.
and classic is good.
Yeah.
So, tell us about yourself. Obviously, you've got a lot of hats that you wear.
Yeah.
So, you're an actress. What made you want to become one?
That's interesting. I don't know. I think I always, I was in the arts. I was actually a dancer and into music. And then I started acting when I was little, when I came to the United States, when I was about 8. And I didn't realize you could do that as a career. I just thought it was something that you do for fun.
Yeah.
And then somebody at my acting school told me, oh yeah, you should do this as a profession. And I was like, wait a minute, wait, this wasn't in my, you know how they have the seminar day where they bring someone to your school and they go, oh, here's all the, you want to be a nurse or a doctor, and nobody mentions, you know, actress. Yeah, so everybody kind of laughed at me at my school when it was one of those days where a fireman came to talk about careers, and so I raised my hand and they were like, what do you want to be? And I was like, I want to be an entertainer, which was a word that's kind of a little grown up. And they were like, what do you mean? I was little. I said, you know, like a star. And all the kids are like laughing. And I'm like, wait, I thought that was totally possible, right? Yeah. And I felt so bad for saying it, you know, but then I was like, well, I'll show you, you mean little kids.
And I think you've got your revenge.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got my revenge. I didn't realize it's as crazy of an industry as it is, but yeah, I did.
That's why. So you actually grew up, you were telling us in the car on the way here to your beautiful home. I'm just saying that there are lots of lovely driveways. Yours is one of them. Thanks. So you know.
I did that driveway.
You dig it, I dig it too. And you scared me saying you had a really big dog, but clearly it's not the case.
It's not really as big as, in her mind, she's big.
Yeah.
She's a rescue, by the way, people. So I do a lot of animal rescue, so.
Oh, wow, where'd you rescue her from?
She was found in a desert in Bakersfield. They dump dogs there because they figured they'll be eaten by coyotes or just die. And that's what a lot of people do when they don't want their dogs. They just throw them in the desert. And a friend of mine found her. And, but yeah, that happens all the time.
And you've given her a home?
Yeah, I never had a little dog. I always had big dogs. And so she was really appreciative of being rescued. I think they know.
Yeah. How cute. In the car, you were telling us you're actually from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
And you and Rihanna have a lot in common.
Water and islands and the Caribbean dialect, naturally, yeah. So, yeah, no, hey.
Hello,
Kisses. Kisses.
She's athletic.
Oh.
She's like, won't stop too.
She goes, I want some airtime. Aww.
Yeah, I grew up in the Bahamas and came to the States when I was about 8.
Yeah. Wow, and since then you've been living here and obviously pursuing
First in
entertainment.
Miami, and then, yeah, and then I was a dancer when I was little, and then got into this later, like a little later, like about 14. Yeah.
Right, and obviously being an entertainer and working in this industry, you're in a very privileged position to be able to, you know, speak for the little guy.
Yeah.
And obviously you've taken a lot of roles with your activism. We were speaking last night about you're a spokesperson for PETA and all these other organisations. Tell me a bit about that. Obviously you have a soft spot for animals.
Yeah, I do. I have a soft spot for animals, but I also work with children. I was, actually that's what this book is. I worked in Mexico at orphanages with little kids in orphanages over in Mexico City. This is a little orphan boy. I took his picture.
Wow.
And these kids are abused and abandoned and pretty much left for dead in the streets. And same thing with animals, or, you know, they're pretty much the voiceless innocent that I try and help. And it is really, really good in the industry that you can have a vehicle, you can point attention. It's hard because people want sensationalism, but you can be that person that helps a press person or a media person to come to an event who would never show up. And I deal with human rights, environmental issues, but I'm on the board for the Humane Society of the United States, and like I've done campaigns for PETA too, and I'm on the board for the Sea Shepherd Conservation Society, and we deal with the marine habitat and the oceans, and we have a show on called Whale Wars.
Wow.
And that was really exciting getting involved with them because they're more aggressive and kind of like PETA. They're not very scared and don't care what people think. HSUS is wonderful because they're a little more cooperative and they'll deal with people working at their own pace or organizations to just sort of move to the next level and do better than yesterday. So like they both have completely different approaches, but they're both very strong groups.
Wow. And obviously coming here when you were 8 and where you are now, did you ever think you would end up where you are right here, right now?
I think I was crazy enough to think, but I think I had to be like totally out of my head to think that. Like I look back, I'm like, what were you thinking, little kid? And it's strange because nothing in this town is what you think it'll be later. You know, it's not. It's a very some of it's wonderful, and then some of it is just there's a lot that isn't grounded, and people tend to be ungrounded, and that's hard to deal with because you know, we all want to create art, and I love the fact that this city's built on dreams. It's built on ideas that haven't manifested yet, and whether it's a picture or a movie or a song, they're just dreams, and I love that part. But also, like dreams, it can seem very surreal and ungrounded because the people aren't always stable and rooted in spiritual or just even in who they are, because everything's moving so fast. And so yeah, it's got its ups and downs. It's definitely been an amazing journey. Yeah, amazing.
How does Persia White tune out from everything that's happening, like planes flying, singing, William Shatner, obviously.
People breaking
exactly. How do you tune out from that? I mean, it's such a happening city, and this is something Natalie and I noticed too about New York and LA. There's such a pulse, and everything's happening at the same time, and everyone's out and about socializing. It's such a busy city. How do you tune out from all of that? Connect with the spiritual stuff?
I mean, I think meditation. I think just being, not partying much, not going out much is probably what makes me tea.
Yep, tea.
She makes good tea.
Tea is key.
Tea.
My new phrase.
Tea is key.
Tea is key.
You be a spokesperson for Dilma. I'll hook you up with my Uncle Nero.
Oh, please. And then also being with animals in nature because they ground you. You know, just from constantly taking care of them and feeding and cleaning up poop and, you know, just all the crap that comes with life is good. Yeah. It's true. Like, honestly, I would do like a red carpet event that was very like, people like all treating you so special, and there's limos, and I get home and I'm like scrubbing up dog poo on my knees in my dress, you know, and God, this is so grounding. All the glamour's gone, you know. And so I think in life, you know, keeping your perspective is key, and I'm so happy. It's a good question to ask because it's a scary question. I mean, I hope we're all still here and we haven't like sunk off into the ocean and melted down, you know?
The natural disasters that have been happening.
Yeah, and the way we're treating our ecosystems and our planet, I see it as a very, I have like high hopes, you know, but it's very scary to, I see myself working in activism and in art and hopefully producing more. I'm working on producing a couple of shows. I don't always want to be actually in front of the camera. I kind of enjoy being behind the scenes even more, like editing and working with other artists and helping other people. Because the best thing I think you get over time is you're more realistic, you know, but you also have the ability to help someone else. You can, you know enough and you have enough wisdom to see it from outside perspective where you can help, truly help. So yeah, that's my goal. And I hope to not live in the States, to be honest.
Really?
Wow.
You should move to Australia. And please bring your tea, because what's this tea called?
This is a mixture, gem and chaya. It's
gem and chaya.
Yeah.
Never tried that
It's
before.
a brown rice green tea.
Gem and chaya, and
Very good.
Comes
I
with
have a
spoon.
mixture of kukicha.
kukicha.
Yeah, which
See,
is the twig leaf.
I'm a very pathetic Sri Lankan at the moment, because I bet you when my sister sees this video, she'll be like, what have we taught you? Nothing. Nothing. So I will go back with gem and chaya and the kukicha, and I will make you one with 2 tea bags to see too. You should come down to Australia, because I think I think it's very important that we are environmentally aware of what's happening with all these natural disasters. It's obviously a big wake-up call, and do something like yourself would bring a lot of light to that.
Yeah, I would love to. I love the Sea Shepherds has a big organization there. They have an office there, so I've thought about going, and hopefully I can. I just need to get able to get away. It's kind of Hollywood's a strange town. Like, I've been trying to move for like 10 years. Each year I'm like, Mom, this year I'm gonna do it. I went to Finland last year. I have friends up there and they're like, come up, and my mom's like, Finland? What are you gonna do there? I was like, I want to live in the trees and a little cottage by the water, and I don't know, I haven't figured it out from there. But
what you gonna do afterwards?
That's all I have right now. But yeah, I've been trying to get away and then come back for work. And it's the kind of town that it's a little scary.
It's interesting. It almost seems like you spend half your life trying to get into it and the other half trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
It's essentially what it is.
Essentially. It is.
Oh, wonderful. Well, Persia, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
It's been
Thank you,
exciting.
Persia.
Thank you for the tea, the bangle, and the beautiful bride as well. The bangle rules.
Bangle rules.
The bond of friendship.
Yay!
Thank you.